Hi, Ashwat here from Wiley Town. Today I'm in Bathurst at Diversity Fashion, talking to Amelia and Jean. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Now, this is a great example of how you can encourage people to shop locally. A locally owned business in Bathurst, a little store, but with a lot of character. So tell me, Jean, what makes Diversity Fashion a unique local business?
Well, we're the only fashion business in town where we actually make a lot of our own stock. So we're very much geared towards the local market or the local ladies. We've got a sisterhood following of over 800 people.
Wow.
Who like to shop here, and we offer some other Australian labels as well. We also do regular and plus size, so we go from a size 10 upwards. So it's really good that people can come here and regardless of size or age or culture, they can find something that will suit them.
I think the really good thing as well is that you're not going to get something that you can purchase online. If you're making your stuff here as well, there's obviously a big variety of very unique clothing. And it's really good that it's obviously a lot of it's been sourced from local suppliers as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And Amelia, obviously you work a lot with the other businesses in town. Tell me about that.
Okay, so in Bathurst, we're very fortunate to have a lot of local businesses, and particularly in Keppel Street. It's become a bit of a local business hub, which I hope people enjoy coming to. And like, there's lots of beautiful restaurants and coffee shops and giftware and lots of different, and it's really growing. Plus, it's a heritage area as well. And well, we all help each other. We never see each other as competition.
Yep.
So even if a dress shop opens up next door, they will always do something different to what we're doing. So.
No, I think it's a really good point you make there. Is almost creating it's a hub within a hub as well, because you've got obviously the wider Bathurst community. You want everyone to sort of shop in Bathurst, but you need to create these sort of little sort of shopping hubs where people come to. And you walk down Keppel Street, and as you say, there are lots of different places. So you can quite easily spend a morning or an afternoon sort of wandering from shop to shop. Grab a bite to eat and check out some of the fashion and other sort of bits and pieces as well. So I think it does have that, and the parking's fairly reasonably easy to get into as well.
Yes.
And I think it's a nice little spot, and it does create some sort of atmosphere. I think it does seem like to be a place where you enjoy shopping around here as well.
That's it.
And obviously the fashion industry itself is a pretty tough one. Things like the online environment as well makes it really difficult. So what are some of the things that I guess that you find really difficult in operating in this market?
One of the things I've identified with conversations that Mum and I have had before is that when there is financial unrest in Australia, or there's political unrest with our different PMs coming into power, there isn't a lot of faith in the economy. And so therefore that trickles down to customers and not wanting to spend a lot of money and not wanting to spend it maybe locally or on a product that might be a little bit more expensive. So therefore disposable fashion at very cheap prices, the people buy more of that. And as you probably know, fast fashion is bad for the environment, usually unethically made and abusing other people, and it's not helping the local community as well. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. I don't know what the answer is, but if people have a bit more faith in the local economy and the local business in which they support, that would really help themselves as well as business owners like us.
Yeah, I think it's really important during those times when things are tough. And while we're doing this, obviously we're in drought, so that's one of the things. But as you said, there's lots of other things which impact the economy as well, and it's during those times it's possibly where the opposite should be happening.
Yes.
That's where we need to start thinking more internally and thinking, well, how can we support those around us, because everyone's in the same boat. So it is one which is a difficult one, particularly in, as you say, in the fashion industry, where it's quite easy to find cheap clothing, but you need to sort of look a little bit deeper as to how is it that cheap. Things don't get that cheap for any reason.
That's it. Someone is paying down the line. Someone, whoever they are.
Yeah, that's right. Look, I think you've got as I said before, a really unique sort of business here, and doing a lot of different things to, I guess, encourage shopping locally. Because I think it's a really good example of how a very small boutique can actually sort of operate at a big level as well. And I can see you guys are very passionate about the local market and obviously supporting the local businesses. And the fact that you have apparel here which is made locally as well. Because even obviously you're paying people as well, so it's sort of that money is circulating around. It's all staying here in Bathurst. So look, I really appreciate your time. I think it's a really good example of how you can actually get more people to shop locally, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks, Ed.